Hi guys, welcome to our Mix and Match series where we're catering to level 2s and level 3s within the same videos and allowing you to pick what areas of your practice you want to focus on. So this is a balance, and we're going to start in standing. We're going to stay in standing actually the whole time, just you and your mat for a little bit of maybe grip. Bring your feet into a little V. Find yourself nice and centered over your heels. Nice and tall in your spine, open across your collarbones. Just a moment to get your breath. Deliberate breath to the low rib cage, filling into the low back, connecting with your pelvic floor. Finding your center will help your balance. And when you're ready, you're down on your in-breath, and as you breathe out, coming up onto the balls of the feet. And just paying attention right away to whether you feel that you have even weight on each foot, whether you're able to stay over all the knuckles of the feet, so you have a presence in the big toe, right through to the baby toe knuckle, the metatarsals, and are the toes uncurled? You can look down for that, but no grippy toes, that's not going to help. You want to keep those toes long and spread as you can. We're going to hold this one up. If you don't have the heels together, bring the heels together, and then we're just going to bend the knees and zip it back up. Bend the knees and zip it back up. Still keep those toes relaxed. Keep the weight of your whole spine over top of those heels for 4 more, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Beautiful. Sink your heels. Bring your weight into your left leg for a little variation of the clock. You're in the center of the clock. Your right leg is out at 12 o'clock, and you're going to start by bringing it across the body more. And you're going to bend your knee as you do that. So you're still keeping your gorgeous spine alignment, but you're allowing your knee to bend. You're allowing your pelvis to rotate a little bit so that you can get that leg across the body as far as you can. And then you're going to come and straighten the knee as you sweep through 12 o'clock, around to 3 o'clock, behind you to 6 o'clock, and then bend the knee again to get that leg over and around to almost 9 o'clock. Back up through 6, around the clock, to the other side. And try to stay nice and centered over top of the foot, over the top of the center of your clock. Okay? And just see if you can sweep a little bigger, if you can bend the knee a little deeper. Balance always gets us some strength, eh? And this is our last time coming back on this leg to 12 o'clock. Release it down. Shift to your right leg. So same thing, we have our left leg now at 12 o'clock, and you're going to allow the right knee to bend, to come across the body as far as you can, and compare sides. I don't think that's as good for me today. Maybe it'll get bigger as I practice. Sweep it around, now to your 9 o'clock, back to 6, and behind you, and see if you can get all the way to 3 o'clock. Maybe not quite. Back and around, through your 12 o'clock spot, cross the body in front. With that leg, reach, 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 reach. Straighten the knee as you come around. Try to keep the hips nice and level, the spine nice and neutral. Reach the leg behind you while you bend the knee, and then straighten as you come through 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock. One more full time through the clock. So you've crossed the body, then you straighten up as you come through 12. Are the toes relaxed? Are you still breathing well? Come behind you. 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and release. Gorgeous. We're going to come to the back of your mat. And your whole goal in this bit of the balance series is to keep the center of you over the center of the mat, to keep that vertical neutral spine as we step forward into a lunge and press back. So I'd like you to see if you can land softly. So you prepare, you have your weight on your right leg, you step forward. When you land, you do a little bit of a lunge and step back. I'm laughing because I'm getting text noise in my ear, which is not a nice sound. But anyway, you're not hearing that. Step forward, lunge, and step back. And just try to land nice and softly. We can just have hands out to sides here. But watching, if you could do this with a mirror in front of you, that would be amazing. Or your shadow in a window, or your reflection in a fish tank, whatever you have at home, maybe. If you can't sense how centered you're staying, then get some feedback in that sort of visual way. And then I want you to notice if you naturally land heel, ball, toes, and press back that way, or if you land toe, ball, heel with your foot, and just see which one is softer for you, which one do you have more control with, right? That's all part of balance too. And we're gonna try, after this one, we'll do 2 more on each side. Boom. How's that? Are you becoming more centered as you practice here? Maybe, right? Good, perfect. Let's leave that one just as a break for our lunging legs. And we're gonna come to do some side work. So here, let's start, we'll be on our right, yeah. Start at the right edge of your mat, because you're gonna step out to the left into a side lunge. This is your sort of start position. From there, you're gonna press up, you're gonna come to balance on the right leg with the left foot at the knee. We'll bring the hands out in front for this. The hips stay nice and still. As you open up the knee, you open up the arms, you zip it all back together, and then you step back out. And we're gonna do a repeater. We'll try to do 6 or 8 on this side, and then we'll reverse. So you're out in your long lunge. The right leg is straight if you can. You have your nice neutral spine, and you're testing, can you come and center yourself and find that nice steady spot? And then open the knee and the arms, zip it back up, and step back. So it's in, knee opens, arms open, zip it back together, step it out. Balance. Step it out, find your center, boom, boom. Step it out, find your center. Nice and long through your spine, nice and relaxed in your right toes, right? Boom, boom. If you find that this is not possible, I guess, or you're really wobbling, you can always pause, steady yourself with that left leg before you pick it up and do the rotation. Let's try 3 more. Boom, step it wide, bring it in, boom, boom. Last time, boom, boom. Hold it here on one foot, bring the hands to the hips. The other leg can be wherever you want it to be. I mean, not on the mat, but you're on one leg. And you're gonna challenge yourself here to move the head. So instead of looking forward at a still point, you're gonna see if you can rotate the head side to side and still keep your nice balance over that foot. Right? Already there's a little more movement in my leg as my body corrects while I move my head. If side to side is doable, then you're gonna make it more difficult, generally, and up and down with the eyes. I don't know why that's more difficult. Maybe we don't do it as often, but it tends to be one that throws more people off. And for your gold star today, if all that was good, then I want you to close your eyes and see if you can still keep that balance. And notice where there's a lot of correction, right? Is it your ankle that's doing all this movement? Maybe it's a lot of hip. Maybe you're just solid and steady. That would be good too. And if you can do, what have we been here? Maybe almost 10 seconds. Do a couple more seconds with the eyes closed. If you can do that, you get your gold star today. And then open the eyes, step it out nice and wide so that you can do all that on the other leg. So this time we have the right knee bent, the left leg is straight, and we're shifting our weight to the left. The arms are out. As you come, you're in with the arms, the knee is straight ahead, the hips stay nice and still. As you rotate the knee out to the side and the arms, bring it all back in, and then step it wide again. So we come in, open, close, step it wide. In, open, ooh, close, step it wide. And if you need to, remembering that you can touch the right foot to the mat for your balance, then come up and do your rotation, right? Ultimately, you want to challenge yourself to just find your center and then do your rotation motion. Let's do maybe about 4 more. 3, 2. And then we'll hold this one after our rotation at the hip. We'll hold it, we'll find our balance. The hands can come to the hips, or they don't have to. They could be wherever you're happy to be. Sorry, I'm all over the place there as I talk. And then you're just gonna see about making it harder. So initially you have your focus point, you found your center, you're feeling good on that leg. Make it harder for yourself by turning the head, moving the eyes. You're relying less on your vision now for balance. So if you immediately topple over, it does tell you that you do rely very heavily on eyesight to maintain balance. And that's not a bad thing, but it is something to know and make sure that you're a little bit extra aware, at dusk or walking somewhere where it's not lit or getting up in the middle of the night. Those are sort of your riskier times. Try up and down with the head and the eyes, if side to side was good. And then if you want your gold star, center yourself, grow nice and tall, and then try with the eyes closed. Ooh, lots of correction on the side going on. See if you can relax your toes. And of course you're smiling, right? Let's do a couple more seconds. And then open the eyes and just set that leg down and shake it out. Good. Perfect. And we're going to come to sort of the center of your mat. Putting your weight on, what did we just do? We were just on our left leg. Let's be on our right leg. And I'm getting those little beeps in my ear again. Take those off. Let's do a little hinge forward. I really like this one. So you're soft in your right knee. Your hips are facing forward. Your arms are just out to the sides, or they could be on your hips if you wish. But you're really trying to keep your spine in line with that back leg. Often as people do this one, they lean forward with the chest, but the leg doesn't go up. And that's, okay, that's a little bit of balance. But what you'd really like to do is use the bum muscle, especially of that left leg. And you'd like to imagine lifting your thigh. And your body will very likely respond just by hinging forward in response to that. So think of lifting the back leg, think of keeping the pelvis level, the front knee soft, and hinge forward, hinge forward, hinge forward. And you can stop wherever you feel like you're at your threshold, but ultimately, this is a level 2-3 video, so you're trying to push it so that you're horizontal. And then you're going to try to control back up, and we're going to do a couple nice and slow today. Because when you slow it down, you can really see where are you a little bit weak, right? So draw in with the belly, get nice and long through the spine, keep the hips level. Think of keeping the back knee straight. Think of lifting the back thigh. Staying relaxed in the toes of the right leg. And keeping the head in line with the rest of the spine. Challenge yourself to go a little bit further than you usually do. And then hinge back up with good control. And this is a lot of work for the hip, right? But it's working the hip in a variety of positions, not just standing nice and tall and still on one leg. So I really like it for the fact that it sort of mimics our real life. Good, so hold this one. And I want you to try to bend the knee that you're standing on now. You're just going to soften it a little bit and straighten back up. Soften it and straighten back up. And last one. Beautiful. Good. Level 3s know this one. It's great practice. Arms out to the side. This time you're going to let your left hand and the left leg Reach forward, see if you can touch the floor, and then you're going to come back up to where you started. This has been in some of our other videos, so level 3s have an advantage here. Try it one more time. Drop down. You can bend the knee you're standing on. You're trying to reach the floor and come back up. Beautiful. And then hinge back up with nice control. And well done. Shake it out. Good stuff. Let's do the other side. A few nice and slow and controlled at first. So you're on the left leg, the left knee is a little bit soft, the toes are relaxed. And you modify this so that it is good for you, right? So you try to keep the hips level, and the hands can be on the hips or they can be out to the side. Think of lifting the back thigh. Keep the knee straight. Hinge forward at the hips, no bending at the waist. Try to stay almost lifted in the breastbone a little bit, a gentle tuck of the chin, and maybe you stop here. Maybe that's it for you. That's fine. Right? Balance is affected by a lot of different things, and you go to the point where you have a little bit of a wobble, you're trying to correct, and that way you're pushing yourself to your threshold, and you'll hopefully see improvement. Good. Hinge back up, nice and slow. And we'll just do 2 more in that nice, slow, controlled way. And you just take note of where is it really difficult for you. Maybe it's very easy at first, and the real trouble starts, as you get more to this forward position, and then oh, the hip might be a little bit weak in that range, I guess. Think of lifting the back leg. Think of trying to go a little bit further than you normally do. And a nice slow control hinge up. And our last one, we'll hold it. Good. Have the toes relaxed on the foot you're standing on, that left foot. Beautiful. Good. And when you're here, you're going to do 3 little knee bends. Oh, that's hard today for me. Yeah. Good. Stay long in the spine, nice and neutral. Beautiful. From here, reach the arms out to the side. Here's your bonus. You're going to try to reach and touch the floor with the right hand and the right foot. And then come back to where you started. That's good. Try it again. You don't have to obviously touch the floor. Maybe that's not available. Maybe you stop here, right? You do what you can. You come back up to where you started. Find a nice still point. Good. And then hinge up with control. And release. Good. We have one more thing to do. And that is, it's not overly hard, but sometimes it's something that we don't do, and then we're surprised that it is a little bit hard for us, I guess. So we're going to let's have the right leg behind the left. So put the left leg in front of the right, and you're level 2, 3, so you're seeing not just can you get it in front, but can you wiggle it so they're right in line with each other, right? And we are going to, so you're heel to toe, hips facing straight ahead, nice, beautiful, tall spine. And we're going to bend the knees. So you can have a still point to look at. Bend the knees. Straighten up. Rise up onto the balls of the feet. Lower the heels. Then do a little rotation. Look over the right shoulder. Come back to the center. Look over the left shoulder. Back to the center, and we'll do it again. So a little knee bend. Come up. Heel raise. Lower down. Add your rotation. Look over your right shoulder. Allow the body to rotate there. Look over the left. Allow the body to rotate. Come back to the center. Close your eyes. How's that? Lots of correction. Maybe not. Maybe you're nice and still. Good. Open your eyes and switch. So left leg is behind the right heel in front of the left toes. Nice and tall in your spine. Beautiful smile on your face. And then a nice knee bend. Come up. Heel raise. Sink it down. Do your rotation to the left first this time. So look over the left shoulder. Come back through the center. And look over the right. To the center. Little knee bend. Up. Heel raise, down, and over the left shoulder. Good. Over the right shoulder. Center it. Close your eyes. And just say, oh, does that feel the same as the other side? Maybe one side is totally solid and the other one's a little bit wobbly. Then you know which one you can work on while you're brushing your teeth. If you have your eyes closed, open them up. Release the leg. Take a nice breath in. Let those arms float overhead. Exhaling. The arms down by your sides. And then just taking a moment to say, yeah, I feel more centered, hopefully, and stronger in your balance. If you found any of those exercises challenging, then you can practice them on their own. You don't have to do the whole video. Just pick the ones that were difficult for you. Thanks for joining. See you next time.